Welcome back to Pirate Radio Broadcast. I am Fast Talking Eddie, Mr. Pete, bringing you a visual play-by-play of Madden football. Today we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cardinals. Now, there have been upgrades, the trades, releases. What we're doing to make it a little bit more easier to track who's been released, and we've placed players that have been released minus Blake Jarwin. I'm not sure, but we placed them as fullbacks. These are all the players that have been released, but they can play if need be. And so all the rosters are up to date. So they got enough receivers, they got enough tight ends. So a lot of these players are from former teams, so this is their first game in some of them with the new teams. So we're taking a look at the roster. Christian Ringo was with some other team prior to this game. There's a lot of these players. This is their debut. So a lot of effort. Bobby J spent night after night after night updating the rosters. So let's all give a standing ovation to Bobby J. I'm waiting. Wow. It's a solid standing ovation. Yeah. Well, I want a big celebration. You're not going to get one. Alright, so let's take a look at the Chiefs. Notice there's only two quarterbacks over here. Here are the players that have been released. They're on standby, so the Chiefs get the first crack at these players if they need them. Like Anthony Hitchens. I mean, these are some talented players who will be available. Zach Kerr. Now Juju Smith-Schuster is now with the Chiefs. This will be his debut. So that should be exciting. I'm excited. Nobody asked you. No respect for the kid. Alright, so we're looking at the roster. So in case if this guy goes down, we have some backup players. Let's hope they're up to the challenge. Well, we can always get some players from over here, defensive tackles. So unfortunately, Justin Reed is injured, so let's get on to the game, people. Let's get on to the game.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Chiefs and the Cardinals, next on Madden Football. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Playing guard Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you, and I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down the field here today. Not only that, these coaches like to win, and I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason, but I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson: wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is. For the first time. Another big year from arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. And while we enjoy his excellence, let's not take it for granted. He threw over 4,700 yards, second only to Deshaun Watson, 38 touchdown passes, and led the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl while completing a career-high 66% of his passes. He did have a toe injury during the playoffs that hobbled him, and he had off-season surgery to correct that. We expect this guy to continue to be magnificent. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it's explosive. And it's a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat. That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. On play action, it's Mahomes. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Obviously, slowing down Mahomes, going to be a tall order. He gets the completion there, but what do defenses need to try to do against him? Well, as we saw in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, their number one goal was to get into third down and long situations, not third and manageable, meaning 3rd and 4 or less. But 3rd and 7 or more, there were plenty of those situations because now you can unleash your pass rushers. And if you can get that going, get him pressured in the pocket, get him on the move, use those 7 behind him to cover, that's how you can play Patrick Mahomes the best, I believe. Back-to-back good plays, have him on the move on first down. They go play fake, Mahomes. This one complete to Rico Hardman. He's out of bounds inside the 35. I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start. Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket. Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up. Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. And again, it's Mahomes. That is blocked by Callaway. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, this has certainly been a nice try with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll be blocked at about the 11 for over a yard.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL and Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mahomes. And he hits it in stride. 8 yards of the completion, but now they face 3rd down. But how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Armin in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown ground. And the Chiefs take it right down and score. Progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Harrison Bunker is on for the extra point. His kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker to kick it away. To the 25, as he will not attempt to return. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If washed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And what a great call defensively there because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got it. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
To try again after the sack. Murray dances to the side. Already out of bounds, ready to get it up past the 45.
The second first down took him out of a traditional running platform in a passing situation. But didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. That's his face him up with 5, 6, 7 yards. He picks up the first. first down. Buying time to his left. That's the first down and goal. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Murray. Steps away to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there, heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Forced out to his left. They all the way to the 2-yard line there before crashing over the ground.
Obviously, big play was needed. And you can see it's a couple of numbers every five. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Counter. And he pushes forward and comes up short of the goal line. It's going to get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it that could create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Murray going to throw. Under pressure now, he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
So the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, for the few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I gotta throw it. He picked up the defense and then incompletion.
So a long drive gets him ball inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just a field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just settled to take the 3, and it was a small move.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground. And I thought, yeah, we might be locked in for this.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was able to shoot through there.
in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing and communicating their areas and passed the ball to each defender, and then making a nice play even though it was complete.
The right side goes caught by Armin. And they stop it up short of first down. They'll give it back to 43. With a
Quick whistle off and out tackling has become almost a must in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, the game the underneath stuff, you gotta go pick the tackle right away.
Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a shot, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's McCoy. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
I mean, being an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Out to his left. Oh, you saw it in the coverage. Intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more knock them down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got enough. Interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got this one completely down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
There's too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, there's too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. First quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now to have the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Touchdown, here's Parker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out, it's a touchback. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. Coach used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get it down, but the boy takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful on one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now McSorley. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he'll get a beautiful second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball at the head of steam coming out of the backfield, they can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 44, McSorley. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And some secondary help here for the defense of the nickel on 3rd and long. McSorley sets to pass. Sliding out of the pocket. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Here's McSorley to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, when they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley, eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Hopkins. Inside the 15 before they drop it. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7'5".
There you go about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be swung out here for Connor. Yeah, he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Escaping the pressure right. For the Arizona Cardinals, and we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value, and when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.